boring. It's boring. You have to spice up the marriage. Just imagine, I've been with my husband for 35 years. We've been married for 30. I'm doing a missionary position for 35 years. The devil's a liar. No, you got to find it's little nuggets. It's little nuggets. All you have to do is pay attention and you will figure it out and know that those things will be key and important. So my next question is, do you like it spicy or mild? My question, my answer to this question is I like it spicy. I don't like it boring. I don't like it mild. I don't like it in between. I like it spicy. I like it heated in the room. I like us dripping wet in sweat. That's what I like. I don't like to be, listen, I like to be I like when it's so steamy in the room that both of us sweating so hard, we like two pigs in the pot.
Tell them sweating so hard,
Sweat
need
so
three,
hard.
4 towels.
That's what we do.
Do the
That's what we do. We need some towels. Keep them on the side. I'm telling you, I like it spicy. Don't come to me. Listen, my husband know better not come to me, dog. Don't come to me, dog. Did you say what is spicy? Spicy is anything that's gonna get you sweating and huffing and puffing and moaning. And you know that thing good on both ends, from the male to the female. You gonna listen. You gonna know, him or her, gonna know when they didn't hit the right spot. Your body gonna jerk, your voice gonna elevate, and I'm telling you, yeah, Uncle Mike, yeah, you heard Uncle Mike. You heard Uncle Mike. I'm telling you, you gonna know. Don't sit there and be like a dildo just laying there. Like, yeah, okay, all right. Who's excited about that? I'm not excited about sitting there like I mum's the word. No. No, how my face gonna be? When it's good? That's what you asking me? When it's good, my face ain't got no face. I'm I'm like, you know how, listen, let me make y'all laugh about something. You know how when you got an itch, right? And you trying to get to that itch and you trying to scratch that itch? And finally you get to that god doggone itch, man. And it's like the spot. Baby, you find yourself with your mouth open and your mouth drooling. That's that itch. You done hit that itch on me, baby. You done hit that itch. Keep it going. I'll be like, don't stop. Yeah. You listen, it's you and your spouse. Who else gonna hear you unless you got the windows up and the neighbors hear you? Unless you got next door neighbors and they hear you. Well, hell, they shouldn't be listening. They should be doing what you're doing. That's what they should be doing. Quarantine. So this is another one I was just thinking about here just a second ago. So quarantine is not just about spicing up your sex life. You want to spice up a little bit of every part of your life. Because I feel like quarantine sit us down and quarantine sit us down and made us think hard, made us think really hard. And so that's why when it comes down to it, you gotta show your partner what partner want to be having sex with somebody and they ain't making no noise. They ain't saying who nobody ain't making no noise. If you get them right, oh baby, you're gonna hear all kind of sounds. You're gonna hear all kind of sounds. All kinds. Who's the noise maker? Okay. That be me. That be me. You got to make some sounds. You got to let somebody know that you hit that spot. You got to. I'm trying to read this one. They don't matter either. Listen, shit won't stop nothing. Yep. I'm telling you. Y'all listen. And I hear this a lot from a lot of people who say often, they'll say, you know what? Well, I'm a Christian and I shouldn't be doing that. Me and my spouse, that's your husband. That's your husband. That I bet you if you take some time and let's say you and your husband go out to dinner and you talk to your husband and you say, you know what? Let's just have a, I got a quick question. What do you think about our sex life? Pause and be prepared for whatever the answer is. Because if they tell you, like, oh, it's good, oh, it's all right, then they missing something. If you can get an answer from them, like, oh, it's good, yeah, it's all right, or her, if you get that answer from, then you need to be processing your brain, thinking, like, I need to add something else to this. I need to do something different. Because if your sex life is the bomb and you ask your spouse the question, he gonna give you an answer that you expect that you should have gotten, which is a firm, excited answer. Oh yeah, my sex life, babe, our sex life the bomb. Yeah, he's gonna give you that answer. But if you ask the question and he like, or she like, oh, well, it's good. Well, we could do some different stuff or try some different things. Then you know right then and there that at the end of the day, there's some things that you need to add to it. There's some things that you need to add to it. So Danielle said, "Do you funny?" Danielle said, "That's why Christian got all them kids because they've been doing something other than them." Come on now, come on. But they'll sit in a conversation with you or I, and I'm keeping it real, and they're like, "Well, no, that's not me. No, I don't do that. No, no." Listen, I bet you they got a lot of Christians out there listening to Cardi B, and Megan Stallion WAP song. I bet they got and singing the song too. With all the words, know all the words, all the words. So don't tell me you don't know what's going on. You know what's going on. You just acting shy with me. Don't act shy with me because listen, you can act shy with me all day long. I don't care. It's your spouse that you have to make sure you're doing what you need to do to please him before Miss Stout around the corner to be waiting for him. Because, baby, when I tell you these thoughts out in full flesh, baby, they're waiting for you to mess up. They're waiting for you. No, I ain't mold my husband for you to come on thought and do some thought things and you take and 35 years going down the drain. Who you playing with? Nope, nope. I'm going to do everything you doing with my husband to make sure he ain't got to look around the corner for a thought. I'm going to make sure of that. I'll make sure of that. And that's why it's important for you to make sure too. Find ways, find things to do. I mean, each person's spouse is different. Some spouses don't like to go to the movies. Some people don't like to, go out to eat. There's always a way to flip it. Allow your creative thought process to come out. I promise you, once you try to take time to sit down and think about it, you will come up with so many different things. And you wouldn't believe the thought process that come out your head. You wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe it. So that's why when it comes down to your partner, when it comes down to your spouse, do what you need to do to make sure that you're doing what you need to do. Lanisha said, "Girl, some of these niggas be looking." Oh yeah, they too. They too. But they slick. They too. Oh, they be doing the same thing. When I'm talking, y'all, I might just say woman or man or but I'm talking about both ends. Or I'm talking about both ends. And the worst part about that is they'll even know the person, or they would know like you're in a marriage. Like, come on now, come on now. It's almost like they got a radar. They got a radar to know. They say the right things, greeting you, how you doing. But that's because when that stuff happens and you go fall for that, that's because you're deprived. And what I mean by deprived is that means your spouse, man or woman, haven't given you everything you need to elevate you to a level that little riffraff mean nothing to you. Because if your spouse is giving you everything you need, there's no reason for you to step out. There's no reason for you to step out. But if there's some things that he's not doing or she's not doing, man, all it takes is Joe Blow to come your way and say, "Oh, you're so cute." You grinning like a little schoolgirl. like you in school because you're not used to getting that attention. Be honest and upfront with your spouses. Be honest and upfront with them and say, hey, you know what? I didn't feel, that wasn't good last night. I'm vocal. If it's not good, I'm gonna say it. It didn't go too well. It didn't go over well. You missed the mark. You didn't even hit the door. You missed it. You missed it by a landslide, brother. You missed it by a landslide, ma'am. Do stuff that you know that one is gonna make you pleasing to yourself. Because I'm never gonna tell anybody to do anything that they feel is not respectable to them. Be respectful and true to yourself. But I will tell you this: being with somebody for a long period of time, if you don't take the time to find ways to spice it up, you're gonna be left behind. And then your marriage or your relationship gonna go from spicy to mild, from hot to cold. So do what you need to do to connect with your spouse. Let your spouse know. Listen, when they hit in the right spot, let them know. You in the right spot. If they ain't in the right spot, let them know. Nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with it at all. Do what you need to do, making sure your spouse is happy and content. I'm just gonna have a conversation with them. I'm just gonna say, look, Mister, Patty is dry. Patty pie is dry. You want a piece of it? What could they say? Yes or no? They might say, what is patty pie? And if you're grown enough, I'm looking at you like you don't know what the hell patty pie is. Something wrong with you. You don't know what patty pie is. So let's see. LaShawn said, so you're saying that if someone's husband, wife is stepping out, it's because they're not doing it. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that if you're doing everything you need to do at home, right? Listen, there's gonna be men or women on either side. You can do everything you need to do at home, and they still will step out. That's on them. That's on them. But if you're done everything that you can do to make sure your relationship, your marriage, is happy with, don't don't label yourself and feel like it's my fault that they stepped out. No, don't own that. That's not what I'm saying to you. But what I'm saying is there's people who are out here or people who are in relationships and marriages that are not doing everything they need to do to spice up their marriage. Then it leaves an open door. So I'm not saying that just because they step out, you're the reason or you're the culprit. No, that's not the case. There's women and men who will do everything. Cross the highest mountain and their spouse will still step out. That's on that person. Don't ever own what somebody else is doing. That's on them. Especially when you know you're content and you've done everything you need to do. Don't own it, baby. That's on them. Let them stew in their own. Because let me tell you something. All that excitement that they think they're getting into while they out there, that ain't nothing. Because when they left alone and it's the winter time and they ain't got nobody to snuggle with, they ain't got nobody to hold a decent conversation with, that thought of whoever they was dealing with can't deal with them on a normal level, then no, they'll feel it. They'll feel it. You may not know. They may not come back to you and say, you know what? I apologize. I messed up. Da, 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 da. I shouldn't have did. They may not come back to you and own it. But I promise you, at the end of the day, if you've done everything you need to do, don't own up to what they're doing. Don't own up to what they're doing. Even if you're working your way up to get to that, and they decide to step out, that's on them. That's not something you need to own for yourself. That's something that they need to be held responsible for them. And that's something where you as a person, whether it's male or female, and I always say this, when you get into a relationship and you get into a marriage, you have to create your rock bottom. And if you don't create a rock bottom before you get into a marriage or a relationship, then you set yourself up to accept any and everything that comes your way. And what I mean is rock bottom is there's certain things I'm gonna take and there's certain things I'm not. I might take, you know what, me and you getting into it, every other day I might decide I'm gonna take that. But my rock bottom might be, I'm not gonna take it if you step out on me. I'm done, 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 done with you. But somebody else might be like, they got the 3-step rule. This your third try. Listen, I'm not about to play these games with you. I'm not about to give you all these opportunities to keep doing the same thing and making me look like a fool. No, deuces on me. Deuces, man. I'm out. I'm out. I, I'm just not about to do it. So Jeanette said, what if oral pleasure is always, I can't see what and that's why I say when you choose to do oral, make sure it's a two-way street. Don't be the person giving the oral and you not getting it. Because let me tell you something, baby. If I'm giving you oral, you better come with it and give me some. Because if I'm the only one giving, you the only one taking, no more oral for you, sir. Nah, nah, not it. It's not about me just giving, 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 and I can't get pleased. It's not about just pleasing a male. It's not about just pleasing a female. It's about pleasing both. The important thing is communicating and pleasing both partners on both levels. I don't care what level you're on. What level you're on. I listen, I'm bobbleheading for your behind. You better bring it to me. I'm bobbleheading for you. You better be smush that face in me. You better smush your face flat down in there. Because I'm doing for you, you're going to do for me. I'm not about to just please you. I don't wore my neck out and I ain't getting nothing. I'm just happy as hell because you happy. Who I look like? Who do I look like? No, I'm not bobbleheading by myself. Uh-uh. I'm not doing it. No way. Ain't no way I'm bobbleheading by myself. We listen. I'm about this. My response. This gonna be the look. I'm a bobblehead you tonight, but tomorrow night you gonna smush face me. I want your face all up in there because I can't get pleasure off just giving you pleasure when I'm not getting pleasure in return. It's both ways. You can't have a selfish marriage. You can't have a selfish relationship. Anybody who love you and want to be with you, they're willing to try new things. They may not be willing to try on the level I'm willing to try on, but they will be willing to try new things. I don't care how you crumble the cookie. I don't care what you say to them. They will be willing to please you just as much as you please them. So you can't deal with it. Don't walk around here wearing your neck out, baby. No. Nigga, I don't want my neck out. You better smush your face down here. Get ready? And look, and I ain't even got to move. You just stay right here. You ain't even hurting your head. You ain't hurting your neck. I'm killing my neck. I'm killing my neck, and you mean to tell me I ain't getting nothing in return? Baby, you better blow on it. You better do something. Puff, puff, something down there. You better do. I was about to listen. Don't come to me talking about some one-sided thing. No, one side of my behind. You know talking about let me blow on something. Come on. That's a start. But I ain't about to no. Don't you can't a relationship can't be selfish. You can't be just giving, 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 and they taking, and you satisfied. Because here's another piece of the pie to that. If I'm the only person that's giving and I'm not getting it in return, us as women and men too, it tends to play on your mental. It tends to play on your mental. Am I not good enough? What am I doing? What? He don't want me like that. It tends to play with your head. And so that's why it's important to make sure it's equal. We're union. We as one. We're gonna balance this out equally. No, 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 no. I bob a head, you smush face. Bob a head, smush face. That's what we about to do. Lanisha said, what would you tell a person who is fresh to the single world and they have a high sex drive? Oh Lord. Oh Lord. That's a good one, Lanisha. All I'm gonna say for that person is if you're new on this, the single day, you're newly single and you're out there, that's where you need to get you a fruit basket full of sex toys. I said it, a fruit basket full of sex toys. It's not good as a single person to go out here knowing that you have a high sex drive. When you have a high sex drive like that, you're gonna put yourself in some peculiar situations to cure the urge that you're having. And that's why I'm saying it's not good to get out. It's not good to get out and just every person you see, you laying up in the bed with you single because you're trying to fulfill a drive. You're trying to fulfill that high sex drive. Get you some sex toys. Don't go out there bob a head in doing everything under the sun because you single and you feel like you could do it because it starts to take away your self worth. I don't care who you'll hear people say that ain't word. I'm just getting what I want. Lies. You lying. You lying to yourself. That's another way to lie to yourself. Another way to lie to yourself. So don't set yourself up thinking I'm single. I got a high sex drive and I gotta do this. I can't fulfill. I gotta fulfill my need. Get you a fruit basket full of sex toys and a basket full of batteries. And go for what you know. There's a toy out there for everybody. There's a toy out there for everybody. Don't take away your self worth because now you're utilizing oh you know what I got a high sex drive and I need this cure. I need this cure. Don't do it. Don't do it because when you're at home by yourself, it's gonna creep in your mind. Like, man, why did I do that? You know, I shouldn't have slept with him. I shouldn't have slept with her. That's what you don't want to do. That's what you don't want to do. But I'm gonna wrap it up because we got 1 more minute, and before I go, I want you guys to send me some likes. And if you guys have any questions or some things you want us to discuss in um, Freaky Friday, send them my way. I'm 110% ready to discuss them. And on every Tuesday for the next 2 Tuesdays, I will be doing Let's Chat with Auntee Nella. And Let's Chat with Auntee Nella next Tuesday is going to be quarantine relationships. How are you managing your quarantine relationships? And that's marriages, that's single people, that's a multitude of things. So we're going to dig into that. I appreciate you guys taking the time to come and chat with me tonight and come on my live and chat with me and talk about some crazy stuff. Don't forget, if you bobbing, he's smush facing. If he's smush facing, you bobbing. Don't forget. Have a good night.